Late last night, the US and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, striking Iranian sites, including Supreme Leader Khamenei's offices and IRGC headquarters in Tehran, but also targeting nuclear facilities across the country. Iran has since retaliated with missiles at US bases in Bahrain, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, and Israel. Yes, this is a direct attack on US forces in the region. Americans will die. When you and me or anybody else voted for Trump, we did not vote for this. We voted for Trump because we're America first. We value American lives over all. So why is this war even happening, whether Congress votes on it or not? To tell you the truth about this war, I need to explain something to you. Israel, our greatest ally, views Iran as its sole existential threat in the Middle East, backing this war to dismantle Tehran's nuclear program, ballistic missiles, and destroy their proxy terrorist networks like Hezbollah and Hamas. This conflict is completely isolated to the US and Israel against Iran. So why is this war even happening? What is the overarching strategy behind going to war with Iran? Well, first, let's look at a key piece here. An escalation on this level is war with Iran. In fact, in preparation for this conflict, the UK has withdrawn its entire naval fleet from the Gulf, ending a 45-year presence. French President Macron condemned the attacks as an outbreak of war, endangering global security, calling for an immediate UN Security Council meeting and urging restraint. He's made clear France won't assist the US militarily. And how surprising, another French surrender. American citizens need to wake up. Our traditional allies have abandoned us. There are two things going on here. First, our allies are useless. NATO members like the UK and France rely on US funding and protection for their defenses, but they bail when it counts, as shown today. They skimp out on defense spending so they can fund their healthcare systems, then brag about it in our face. They know in the event of a Russian attack, we will supply them with troops, weapons, and the entire might of the US military to defend them. This is absolutely ridiculous. Why should we be loyal to our allies when they're not loyal to us? We should exit NATO immediately. Stop subsidizing European militaries through billions in aid and troop deployments, and stop fighting wars on other countries' behalf. We did not vote for this war with Iran. We voted for peace. There is no strategic advantage to a war with Iran. The lie that they have been enriching nuclear material is a farce. In fact, Netanyahu himself went to Congress 25 years ago to tell our politicians that Iran was very close to developing a nuclear missile. And 25 years later, they still do not have one. The next facet we need to look at is why this war with Iran is not in our interests. You see, this war can escalate into a greater Middle Eastern conflict. This will spike our oil prices, strain our military after decades of engagements, and cost trillions without any clear benefit to us. Iran poses no direct threat to the US homeland, and regime change will likely lead to a power vacuum. And what comes from a power vacuum? Terrorism, destruction, decay. Listen, I feel for the Iranian people. I know Persians myself. They're amazing people, they have a strong history and a great love for their culture. And the Islamification of Iran is downright disgusting. But why make the entire Middle East our enemy once more, like we did in Iraq and Afghanistan? So American soldiers can die in the desert? So retaliations can occur through terror attacks in our own country? How is this war benefiting the average American? It's not. This war is to appease our greatest ally. An ally that provided 0 soldiers on the ground in Iraq or Afghanistan, offering only limited intelligence support while we bore the burden. Why sacrifice American lives for their regional rival? And regardless of the propaganda from the Israeli state, Iran has no nuclear weapons. Just yesterday, February 27th, Oman's foreign minister revealed that Iran had agreed to degrade its current nuclear stockpiles to the, quote, lowest level possible, converting them into fuel with 0 future stockpiling, making this war unnecessary and aggressive. Now, do I take the regime at their word? Of course not. But I will say, if they had nuclear weapons with ICBM capabilities, we would have seen them before. All we can do now is hope for peace, the safety of American lives, and express our disdain through voting by electing politicians who are truly America first. Thank you guys for watching this emergency video. Share with anyone who might be interested in the conflict and wants to get a broader understanding of what's going on. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.